Hi, I'm Liz Toomey, co-founder of Mahaliana, a BSL-2 molecular biology and epidemiology lab and training center that I will be establishing in Antananarivo, Madagascar with co-founder of the lab, Firira Sambanarivo. So I have a background in public health and conservation and spent 3.5 amazing years as a Peace Corps volunteer in Madagascar working on food security projects and malaria intervention programs. So the problem that Fidi and I are looking to address with Mahaliana is the lack of laboratory facilities, lack of access to laboratory facilities, and lack of expertise in laboratory analysis in Madagascar. So this lack of access and lack of expertise has led to an underrepresentation of Malagasy scientists authoring publications as well as directing research and programming in Madagascar. So in the last 60 years, less than 10% of publications about Madagascar biodiversity were authored by Malagasy scientists. That kind of just shows you the disparities. And Fidi, the co-founder of the lab, is sort of a living testament to this problem. So he's born and raised in Madagascar. He completed his doctorate in veterinary medicine in Madagascar at the University of Tananarivo, but then wanted to continue to do epidemiological research in Madagascar, but didn't have access to training facilities. He couldn't get enough, didn't have mentorship. So he faced a lot of obstacles and ended up coming to North America to get his master's in epidemiology, as we're now just about finished with his PhD in biology. And he was able to gain the skills, the expertise, and have access to the laboratory equipment in the United States to conduct the research, which he did in Madagascar. So we would sort of like to turn the tides with Mahaliana and allow Malagasy students to design, to ask their own questions, to come up with their own research problems, and to conduct research in Madagascar, collect data, and analyze everything in Madagascar. And so our goal is to provide the expertise, the skills, the laboratory facilities, the mentorship, and help build research capacity and increase the scientific output by Malagasy researchers and scientists in Madagascar. So in South Africa, there's an institute called AIMS, and they have the Next Einstein Initiative, which has been going on since 2010. And it's sort of a training center for African scientists. It's more mathematically oriented. But in a span of 4 years, they've seen an 8-fold increase in the number of publications authored by African scientists who have graduated from their program or been affiliated with their program. So for our outcome metrics for Mahaliana, we're going to look at, after 3 years, count the number of students who have mastered molecular analysis techniques such as DNA extraction, PCR. After 5 years, we're going to count the number of publications that have been authored by researchers who have gone through Mahaliana or used our lab. And then after 10 years, sort of the long-term outcomes will be how many Malagasy scientists, researchers that have gone through Mahaliana or gained skills from the lab have been affecting policy, or whose papers have been cited in policies. So in terms of finance and management, Fidi and myself are the co-managers of the lab. We'll be funding, hopefully through grants. Our lab will also be open for international researchers to conduct their lab analysis, so there'll be fees for those. We will charge nominal fees for Malagasy students to use the lab. So this is an early stage idea. We've been thinking about it for over a year now. We've received $25,000 of grant funding, split between 2 grants. We have developed strategic partnerships with an NGO in Madagascar, as well as the University of Antananarivo, which Fidi is also a part-time lecturer at. And we've also secured a lab location, and so we have a place to build the lab. So our ask, we're looking for grant funding, funding suggestions, advice on creating a sustainability plan, and anybody who's interested in collaborating and has skills and expertise that could help Mahaliana, that could help budding Malagasy scientists. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and see you soon.